Hi guys, David here. I have started rereading A Clash of Kings. I started off with a Game of Thrones, and every single 100 pages I was doing uploading a vlog video. And I went on to this one. I got 400 pages in, and for some unknown reason I can't remember, I stopped. And I'm going to be reading the whole of Song of Ice and Fire series this year. Ambitious, I know, but I'm going to be doing it. So when I picked this book up, I didn't start off from where I left off. I thought, okay, if I'm going to be reading this book, I'm going to be doing it properly, and I started it all over again. It hasn't taken me this long to read this section. So for those of you who are not familiar about what this whole series is going to be about, this is going to be a spoiler-free type of vlog videos where I just sit back and just talk about what's happened in the book in 100 pages segments, what has happened in the next 100 pages. So what's happened in the book so far is that Catelyn Stark, or Lady Stark, has gone to see King Renly. I think that's what the dude's name is. I think to tell him what Robb Stark wants him to do and what's going to happen. And Renly, like Stannis, believe that they are the true rightful king of Westeros, of the Iron Throne. And yeah, I think that he thinks that Lady Stark is kind of the middle person that Robb is trying to hide behind his mother and to let his mother deal with all the important things. But she says to him that that's not the case, that he's away, um, yeah, doing battles and um, trying to reclaim peace. Getting their two daughters back, Sansa and Arya, are still a very high priority for them. But Renly is having all these massive feasts and celebrating. It's very extravagant, and I think he's a bit arrogant. He thinks that, well, he knows that Stannis wants to become king, but he's not really worried about it because he thinks that Stannis isn't really well liked within, amongst people. It's very interesting about how we got all these different characters and they all believe that they are the rightful ruler of Westeros and the Iron Throne. It'd be kind of interesting to see who is the true rightful ruler of Westeros. So that's what's happening with Catelyn Stark. I'm not really a massive fan of her sections because I find them to be quite dull, but yeah, they're okay. And we are following Jon Snow, when he's going beyond the wall um, to try to find his uncle, which went over the wall on a mission and went missing. He hasn't come back. Jon hasn't gone alone because going beyond the wall alone is suicidal and it's extremely dangerous with all the creatures that are beyond the wall that no one south of the wall actually believes it actually exists. So when Jon and some members of the Night's Watch are going beyond the wall, north of Westeros, they come past all these abandoned villages and settlements where everyone had just gone up and left, and no cattle was there, nothing's there, or apart from the buildings, obviously. But they come across this kind of like village, which is owned by this very odd and very disgusting individual who um, marries his offspring and at a very very young age and impregnates them. And I mean, it's not the first time this has been introduced in Song of Ice and Fire. I mean, Queen Cersei and Jaime Lannister are both siblings and having a romantic affair with each other. behind the scenes. But yeah, I mean, it's not in graphic detail. It doesn't go too deep into it. But this man's wives are kind of held there against their will, and men are forbidden to talk to them or even touch them or whatever. And when they are pregnant, if the baby is a male, it is sent into the um, woods alone as an infant, where the um, others or any other creatures can kill it and as a sacrifice. I think this is maybe a form of protection. Like, if you leave us alone, we will give you willing sacrifices. And then if they're girls, they are married when they become the right age, and the circle goes over again. One of the girls talks to Sam, and she wants to leave this man, her father, and go with them. But members of the Night's Watch are strictly forbidden to never have wives or have children. And I mean, I don't even know if they can have sex, but they are strictly forbidden to ever have wives. And they are going into a very dangerous part of Westeros, and Jon knows that he cannot take this woman who is pregnant with them because it's too dangerous. So that's where I am with the book, guys. Sorry if this section's kind of a bit long. I will try to make these little clips as short and sweet as I possibly can. But yeah, I'm excited to do these vlogs again. Hi guys, I just wanted to film this clip before I go to bed, because if I don't, then I will probably forget what happened in the book so far. Well, we've just read Theon Greyjoy's section, and he's just gone back to the Iron Islands where he originally came from. He was taken from there forcibly as a child by Ned Stark, and he grew up in Winterfell for the most part. I think he might have been 10, 15 when he was taken as a hostage. But when he's come back, he's thinking that everyone's going to welcome him with open arms as he's a prince of the Iron Islands. The Iron Islands are real tough. They are like small scatters of these islands, and got the wind and the crashing of the waves on these islands. It's real brutal there. It really is. You gotta be a real hard person to live on the Iron Islands. But no one's really welcoming him with open arms, and he's kind of surprised by that. I think that he has got to earn that when he's here. It's not given to him, he's got to earn it. And there's a scene where he hits on this woman who turns out to be his sister. So yeah, that's kind of awkward. I do not know why George writes all this stuff in the book. But there's a nice scene where they have all this feast and all that stuff, and someone throws an axe and all this. It's real fun to read this. It's more the grim side of Grimdark, you know. Hi guys, me again. I thought I would film another clip. I was meant to do this a couple of days ago, but I've been so busy at work, and it was trying to find the time to do all this type of stuff and to film. Anyway, I've got a day off today. I'm just about to go out into our backyard to do some gardening, but I thought I would talk about A Clash of Kings and where I am at now, because by the end of today I would have got to around the 400 page mark. I'm probably going to aim for 403, and that's because that's the end of that chapter. I don't want to like finish, like mid chapter or whatever. Anyway, what's happened so far? Tyrion Lannister has been at King's Landing, and being the hand of the king, he's being very political. He's having to make all these tough decisions. Um, his banter between his sister Cersei is constantly always there. It seems like they're always like trying to like have all smiles and be all nice with each other, but they secretly have knives in each other's backs. And Tyrion was talking to someone from the wall, and the wall is kind of looked down upon. Even Tyrion looks down upon it. I think he respects it for what it is and what it's doing, but he doesn't believe that there's anything beyond the wall. So he kind of demeans the person from the wall, and but still gives them free reign of the prison, so they can choose people to join the Night's Watch. So that's that. Not enjoying this Tyrion's sections in this book as much as I did in A Game of Thrones, but that's because he's the Hand of the King, and that's very political. I've also been reading about Arya, who has been kidnapped by these guards from the Lannisters, or the Lannister guards, or whatever. Um, they're very vicious and cruel. They are always, attacking people. They kill someone every single day, and it's not a very nice position to be in. But I think that Arya has a plan of getting out of this with her so-called friends who are going to the wall. Because there's a location along the King's Road which they're going along, and I think that when they get to this location, something is going to happen, and she's going to escape with her friends. So that's where I am now. I just wanted to make this clip before I do some gardening, so yeah, just wanted to make this. Hi guys, so I've just finished my section of A Clash of Kings. Finished up my 100-page section. So yeah, we've been with Dany. She's in this kind of big town, and everyone's making such a big deal about her and her dragons. Um, I think that somebody's probably going to take her dragons away from her, and she's found out that Robert Baratheon, who killed her brother, has actually died. So she's very pleased about that, and she knows that Joffrey is the king now. We also follow Bran, where he has been kind of talking about his dreams of being a wolf, and he doesn't really think very much of it. And we find out from his wildling friends that this power of of putting yourself into another creature and becoming that creature for a short amount of time is a very, very special and rare gift. But obviously, Bran doesn't really think that he has this gift at all. He thinks that it's just dreams. So that is where I am with the book right now. I am enjoying it. I am reading it I'm trying to read it every single day. Let me know. And also, I've got up to the same part where I can't remember why I DNF'd it, but where I temporarily DNF'd it for the first time I read this. And not that I was bored of it, I don't know why I DNF'd it, but I'm at the same point where I did. But yeah, let me know if what did you think about this whole video. Um, I am going to be uploading these vlogs as regularly as I can, not just for Clash of Kings, but for the whole of Song of Ice and Fire series this year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. So yeah, let me know if you've read this book, if these vlogs are encouraging you or inspiring you to give Song of Ice and Fire a chance. I'm doing it as a 100 page segments because I want to try to yeah hold myself accountable for reading this whole series. And plus, I mean, how can you properly review a 800-page book in one video? It's impossible. So that's why another reason why I'm doing it like this. Anyway, thank you for watching this whole vlog. Not sure how long it's been, but thank you so much if you have done. If you want to, you can watch my other parts as well. I have done one for the first book, Game of Thrones. So if you want to, you can check that out. It's in my vlog playlist. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video.